Let me thank Garrett McDaniel for his very kind words. Let me thank Ben Jealous. Ben, as you know, is the former head of the NAACP, one of the great civil rights leaders in our country today. Let me thank Danny Glover. You know, you all know Danny Glover is one of America's great actors, and he is that. But unlike many other people who have achieved celebrity status, what Danny has done is use that celebrity status in the fight for racial and economic justice in our country, and I thank him for all that he has done. On Saturday, South Carolina has the opportunity to make American history, and I hope you will. You know, we go around once, we may as well make history as we go around. We may as well do something that people will remember decades from today. This campaign has taken on the economic establishment or all of the big money interest, and let me tell you, Wall Street is getting nervous. And let me also tell you, they should be getting nervous. We have taken on the political establishment. We have taken on the media establishment, and we are gaining momentum every day. We are gaining momentum because the American people are tired of the same old establishment politics and establishment economics. And what the American people are demanding is a government which represents all of us not just a handful of wealthy campaign contributors. This campaign is gaining momentum because we are listening to the American people, and we are listening in a way that other campaigns don't. We are listening to the millions of workers in this country who are making $9 or $10 an hour, and they can't make it on $9 or $10 an hour. We are listening to the elderly women in South Carolina and in Vermont who are trying to get by on $11,000 or $12,000 a year Social Security, and you know what? They can't get by on $11,000 or $12,000 a year Social Security. And we are listening to the young people across this country, many of whom are here tonight, and many of whom are being crushed by $30,000 or $50,000 or $100,000 in student debt. And they are asking us, why do they have to be punished for decades paying off that debt for the crime of wanting to get an education? We are listening to women who are tired of earning 79 cents on the dollar compared to men. And then find it impossible to come up with affordable, quality child care for their children. And as Ben and Danny Glover just mentioned, we are listening to the African American community who understand that we have a criminal justice system which is broken, and today has more people in jail than any other country on earth. You're right. You're right. We have 2.2 million people in jail. We spend $80 billion a year locking up fellow Americans. That is something we must be ashamed of, and we will change. When this campaign began about 9.5 months ago, we were regarded by the media as a fringe campaign. Now, what the media said is, they said, Bernie, you comb your hair really nice. You got a real GQ look. And I want to make public now, this is actually a new sport jacket, just bought it the other day. But despite all of those attributes, what the pundits said is, you're not going to go very far for one reason. And that is that in this day and age, to run for president of the United States, you need to raise hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. And what the pundit said is that the only way that you can raise that kind of money is to establish a super PAC and beg millionaires. This is a smart audience. I like these guys. All right. Because you know that what a super PAC is about is millionaires and billionaires and Wall Street pouring huge amounts of money into the political process. Well, we decided from day one that we were not going to have a super PAC because we don't represent billionaires or Wall Street. But it's easy to be very noble and courageous. It's another thing to raise the money that you need. So what we did is we basically reached out to the middle class and working families of this country, and we said, if you want a campaign which is going to fight for real change in this country, help us out a little bit. We know you're hurting. Help us out. $20, $50. And you know what happened? One of the most amazing things that has happened in a very long time in American politics, and that is over the last 9 months, what we have seen is that our campaign has received 4 million individual campaign contributions. That is more campaign contributions than any campaign in the history of America at this point in a campaign. And do you all know what the average contribution has been? I'll tell you, these guys are really smart. $27. To paraphrase Abraham Lincoln, this is a campaign of the people, by the people, and for the people. We were 50 points down in Iowa. We were 30 points down in New Hampshire. And just about 5 weeks ago, we were 25 points down in Nevada. A lot has changed in the last few months. This is a campaign that has the momentum. And we have the momentum not only in the Democratic primary process. If you look at national polls and you want a candidate who is going to defeat Donald Trump, you're looking at that candidate.